Oh, damn. I didn't even know I was online. What's up? What's up? What's up? Can you guys hear me? Just want to do a quick stream before FOMC. So just want to, let's give it another minute and then I'll just, couple items. 1 second. Alexa, turn off white noise. Sorry. Everybody can hear, see. Okay. Okay. Just quickly, just go over what I have right now. Um, Looking at Bitcoin, so in weekly wisdom, we longed this level just right now. So around these levels, we're just looking for a scalp back up. Seems like maybe we found some local bottom here. So we're long Bitcoin, we're long Ethereum, basically same level, and we're long Fartcoin from 0.1. Yeah. Oh wow, our Fartcoin longs up a lot. So yeah, we're long Fartcoin. I know, just it's a high risk trade, and we're long Bitcoin and we're long Ethereum. So this is up a little bit, but the most important thing today is FOMC. That's the federal committee, the Federal Reserve meeting that we have. The reason it's big is because we're going to get dot plots. So the dot plots are basically the levels and projections that the different members of the Fed put in terms of raising rates, cutting rates, and so on over the next several months. So I believe dot plots come once every um, 3 months, I believe. And so this is that's why it's a very important meeting. So we'll get the dot plots at 2 p.m. and then we'll get the press conference with the president of the Fed, which is Jeremy Powell, at 2:30. This is one of the last few that he's got left before we hit May, which is when he'll no longer be Fed president. We'll have Kevin Warsh. So oh, somebody asked if I Twitch. Yes, we're on Twitch too, I believe, and we're on all the platforms. But our main is X, but we're on everything. Um, in addition, what else is going on? One of the main things that we're going to be talking about today that everyone's looking at is going to be stagflation. Now, what is stagflation? Stagflation is basically a scenario where you have low employment, low recessionary environment, low labor environment. At the same time, you have high inflation. So remember, the Fed has a dual mandate, which is keeping price stability, which is inflation down, and max employment, so making sure unemployment percentage is lower, employment numbers are higher. What's going on right now? We just had PPI today that shocked significantly to the upside. That's a price producer index. And we also had a big shock on employment data to the downside, which came in 92,000 jobs negative this past month. So we're in a scenario that it could be the rumblings of a potential stagflation. I believe there will be questions about that in the press conference, and there's a lot of fear around that, which is one of the reasons market is dumping today. We will also get questions about, will the Fed look to cut with employment coming down? Like, what's going to be the focus before May? Will the Fed care more about employment, or will the Fed care more about inflation? Up till now, Fed's cared more about inflation, but now unemployment numbers are trying to crack, the labor market's trying to crack. So we could see a scenario where Powell decides to go after more employment-related boosts. So maybe he gets dovish, maybe he doesn't, and that's why this one is so important. So yes, if he gets dovish, if he kind of pushes away on stagflation, we'll see the market pump. We'll retest 74, 75K on Bitcoin. Let me pull up the charts. Yeah, we'll retest this number up here, and we'll most likely break out. So you need to kind of be on edge for that. If we don't get that, we'll definitely retest. I'm looking to bid down in this range, the 66 to 67. Maybe we touch 63.8 again. But yeah, there's a lot of depending on this meeting. So we're going to look at the meeting. We're going to see how things go and make positions accordingly. Right now, we're up on our Bitcoin long and we're up on our Fartcoin long. And the long on our Ethereum long. So that was put on like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, I believe. So we'll just kind of watch that. Really good chart on Fartcoin. I know, hilarious that I'm talking about Fartcoin and macro at the same time. But did I mute out? You guys were able to hear me, right? Said so many things, but it showed that I muted out at some point. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, I see. Okay. Any other questions? I just want this was supposed to be short and sweet. I just want to get that information out, and then we can move on to a little bit. If there's anything else people want to chat about, we can. Let's see what else. What else? I'm not gonna keep the. Not gonna do a Bitcoin long. I'm just gonna stick on ETH and thing. Where Liberty, yeah, yeah, they're doing a lot of great stuff. So they just announced a lot of stuff with Aster. They are going to have a USD1. A lot of the USD1 tokens are going to be listed on Aster, which is very good. I think USD1 should be given um, more views, more platform. I think what they're doing is very cool, and we're definitely starting to see more and more of that. So very bullish on these guys. I think one of the most important things about World Liberty that makes me bullish, especially, is the fact that these guys are going for, um, you know, a banking charter, and not too many of those have been given over the last like 5 years. I believe Erebor, Palmer Lucky's bank was given one recently, and looks like World Liberty has a chance to get one as well. So I think that's very bullish. I think that's going to set up a great precedence. It's going to be the maybe the People's Bank. Who knows? So I think it'll be very interesting, and that's why I'm bullish on World Liberty, among other things. Do you believe until it's over? Yeah, I've never been a big believer of the 4-year cycle stuff. I'm a macro guy. I just look for macro trends, and as macro trends change, I change my positioning. Really, that's mostly to it. Look at the Aster chart. Somebody says, "Yeah, let's take a look." I know they had a big pump the last few days and then it pulled back today. Yeah, I mean it's like every other chart, right? They pushed up and then everything kind of pulled back as stocks and Bitcoin pulled back. So yeah, I like Aster. I like setting up a position there. I think we'll repush. My base case is obviously getting to 0.85 on the short term. Yeah, I don't like to do these time-based views. I think we do break. I think we go towards 80K much sooner than people think. I think we're gonna be like, I think we're gonna break this very today possibly, but it's all gonna depend on what happens with Powell. That's what I'm kind of trying to tell you, is that I think we'll see this repush if Powell does not do anything crazy stagflation related. What is your guess? Yeah, I just mentioned that. So, what's my guess before today? I think Powell is going to push away on stagflation concerns because that's going to make him look bad as well. If he doesn't, I think the key thing is to get clarity whether he's going to focus more on employment or he's going to focus more on inflation. If he cares more about inflation, then that means he's hawkish, which means we'll see the market dump lower. If he says, "Hey, we're worried about employment," means they're going to look to cut rates, and we'll get an idea on that on the dot plot at 2 p.m. So we'll get a much better understanding at 2 p.m. and then he'll expand on it at 2:30 p.m. today. So I think he's going to push away on stagflation, but I'm really hoping he does not get too focused on the today's PPI print. Any other questions? This was gonna be a short stream. I'm not staying on too long. I just want to make sure I jumped on and mentioned a couple things before stream. FOMC. How long till FOMC? FOMC is at 2 p.m. EST. That's when the decision on the rates will be announced. Which is obviously there's not going to be cuts or hikes. Where I think it's like a 99% chance of nothing happening, maybe zero point 0.5 chance of something happening. They are, and then we'll get the dot plots at 2 p.m. And then at 2:30 we'll get the press conference. Yeah, I'm in the money on my Fartcoin long and on the eat long. Let's see. I don't think I'm in. I think I'm flat on the eat long. So maybe I'll close it into FOMC. We'll see. Will I do a stream at FOMC? Maybe I'll do after. I don't know. I don't want to do. I do a lot of FOMC streams, but what I've noticed is that too many people will try to intraday trade during FOMC, and liquidity is very, very tight. I think it's best to just wait for the whole thing to end because market can overreact on one side, and you can get caught off guard. So I think I'm going to absorb FOMC how it goes, and then make decisions on trading maybe like an hour after it's done to get a better idea once markets absorbed everything. And maybe I'll jump on stream then. But I will be live trading in Weekly Wisdom. So if you're not, make sure you're in the Telegram chat. I'll be in there live streaming, weeklywisdom.com. So make sure you guys get in there. I won't be on Twitter streaming, but I will be constant chat and trading in Weekly Wisdom. Yes, I hope he doesn't say anything crazy either. I do agree with that. Yep. Join us at, here you go. That's weeklywisdom.com. That's probably the easiest. Yeah, just go to weeklywisdom.com. You can use a code if you want. All right, like I said, this was going to be short and sweet. Make sure you guys are in the chat. I'll be trading there and giving my live view through the day. Like I said, it's going to be a quick one, so I'm just in and out. Cheers. Okay, actually, wait. There's some questions here. Thoughts on okay, thoughts on oil. I mean, listen, oil is very, very dependent on what Trump is saying, with regards to the um, the war in Iran. I think it's very similar to what you saw in silver and gold. I think really watch it'll be a very similar chart. Yeah, big spike, dumped aggressively, and then up, chop. We'll probably dump lower and then just move around. It'll look like this at the end of it. Watch. The oil chart will look like the silver chart, and we'll just be consolidating for a while. If there is big news, some big war stuff, straight to Hormuz gets attacked, or issues there, then yes, we will definitely look at oil shock up again, which means the rest of the market will dump down. But all right, I'm gonna close out, and I will wait for you guys on FOMC. Make sure you're in weeklywisdom.com.